Hey guys, my name's Trent Whitaker. I'm the marketing manager here at Treviso Realty. We're going to do a little market update. We're here with Steve Zolinardo. Steve, give us a little update on what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously we did last month. We're in June now, June 19th. We're going to be in July the next couple of weeks. So let's focus on May, what took place in May here in Bonita and Estero. This is what we're focused on right now. Obviously resale is slower. We're going into summer months. We don't have this much traction, let's say buyers coming into the state and in purchasing. But at the same time, we still have a flow of inventory that is selling, but as long as it's priced right. I want to just break it down from 2021. So 2021, post-COVID, obviously a big influx of purchasing here in the state of Florida. I want to break it down like year after year. We're going to focus on April 21, and then we're going to do April 22, 23, and 24, and give you an idea where we're at. And I'm going to show you the difference between what happened in April of 21 and then where we're at April 24 here. So look, the highest amount of sales in the history of, let's say, Bonita in the last 3 years is April. We had 605 sales. And I'll go into 22, we had 415 sales. You kind of see the drop off. Obviously the market's starting to correct at this point. And then we get into April of 23, we're at 331 sales, again dropping down. And then we get into April of 24, we're down to 342 sales. So you kind of see it's almost half of, let's say, March of 2021. But the interesting point of that is, let's look at the value, like the average sales price here. So average sales price of April of 2021, we're at 352,000. And then if we get to April of 22, we're at 550,000. So again, up 200K. And again, the market's ready to falling apart at this point here. We're starting to hit on a decline. And then you get into April of 23, we're at 565 sales. And then we get to April of this year, we're at 622 sales. So it's almost up 300K from, let's say, the average sales price of 2021, even though we had more sales or less sales in, say, 2024 April, but look at the average sales price.
Yeah.
And then again, I'll just talk about May because we're in it. So May, the average sales price went down to 585. So sales did go down a bit, but I mean, it's not, we got to look at it on average too, because it could be some big listings that sold in April and didn't sell in May, brought the overall resale market down, like the average sales price, but ultimately it's still good. It's a lot higher than, let's say, of 2021.
So for the people that kind of missed the video last time, you want to fill them in just a little bit on what's going on with Blackstone and BlackRock?
Yeah, so again, I hate to be so like pessimistic or like somber in a mood, but like the American dream is, again, let's think about the 50s, post World War II. Like the dream was get a job, make great money, be able to pay your mortgage off, own a beautiful single family ranch house, whatever, double car garage, have 2 cars, a boat, and a cottage. Like that was it. If you worked if you look statistically, if you worked in a factory, just like a normal job, that was your life. So imagine you worked in a factory, you owned your house free and clear, you had 2 cars, beautiful white picket fence house, and then a boat and a cottage. So that was basically it. If you kind of look at from post World War II to now, clearly you've seen like your dollar's going a lot less and you're owning a lot less, if you own anything at all.
Yeah.
America's in a lot better shape, to be honest, than Canada. Canada's got a way higher debt ratio per capita, way higher by like insane amounts. I think it's so anyway, going back to that, like BlackRock, Blackstone, all these big companies, like, you know, investment companies, what are they, hedge funds or whatever they're known as, they're buying up single family dwellings, like they're eating them up like a fat kid at a buffet. It's insane. And what they're seeing is that, you know, the future of America could be more of a renter's society. Based on that, as an investor, I would be looking at it like that. Why are you buying single family dwellings? You're not going to live in all 60,000 houses that you just bought this year.
Yeah.
So that's rent.
I guess they've, you know, enough people and enough media coverage on this has happened that they've actually filed a response on their website, and I just read it. And so they basically have a 5-page PDF that you can download on the BlackRock website. And the first thing it says is, we are helping 35 million Americans achieve their investment goals. So I think that's kind of ironic.
Sounds like a political thing, you know, I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
But it's, clearly they're not going to, I mean, BlackRock owns everything. Yeah. Every bank, they own a piece of everything. They're a world's economy. They're worth $10 trillion. and they own, and that's what we know on paper. Like, what don't you know? Like backdoor deals and stuff.
So if say BlackRock, the entity owns Blackstone, right? If Blackstone is doing this, is BlackRock even legally allowed to say that they have no hand in it?
BlackRock technically doesn't, because
it's just such a shady.
Well, it's what we're doing with our corporations. Like the house that we're building, it's mine.
Yeah.
But the way we structured it, it's not.
Yeah, it's just.
So I can technically say I'm not building.
That's true. That's true. They would have done better service just to keep their mouth shut on the whole thing.
Well, you know what? A lot of people will believe that. A lot of people, naysayers, and also maybe Congress, whoever they're paying off. Let's face it. This is what it is. And then they release statements like this, and people, they're not involved. They're not, but of course they are. It's just like, but I mean, you have to be logical and have a little bit of business knowledge, just a little bit. You don't have to have too much business knowledge to understand how that all works.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, the company has no shortage of money. They're one of the most successful companies in the world. So, like, why shit on the American dream? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Evil corporations, man. I mean, every dystopian movie that I love, that's my favorite genre. Which is the creepiest thing. I love dystopian,
yeah, I do
like
too.
Fallout. Like, I can't get enough of that. It's just like and it's shit. The world should never be like that. I mean, there was Ben Affleck and Matt Damon created a mini series called The Corporation. It was off now. They took it off, but it was such a good series. Only ran for 1 year, I think it was, and it was amazing. Just basically, it didn't say it was America, but it was America. North America, let's say, and it just basically it was run by corporations, which it is today. But instead of in the place of like the United States of America, it was like XYZ Corp. Yeah. So now it's the United States of America became a corporation rather. So there was no more like no constitution, no Bill of Rights, nothing like that. It was just a corporation and a corporate structure. So then you work for the corporation instead of the government, which it's technically the same thing. It's just it sounds still very nice right now.
I mean, we're on our way to that now. I mean, most of our intelligence agencies use Amazon servers to store all their data on there. Really, at the end of the day, like, Amazon could shut down the entire intelligence agency, or at least have access to their data whenever they want. So it's we're on that path.
And you know what? I'm going to read something. Look at this. I'm reading again. Look at this. We're in America. I'm in America. You're an American. I'm striving to be an American. Let's say I have my test in 8 years.
Yeah,
hopefully I pass. So I'm starting to study now. But look, I'm a huge history buff. Like, we're Italian, the Roman Empire. Like, I've read that 1,000 years of history. Yeah. Like 757 BC all the way to this end game, which was like in 300 AD. So I've read that whole genre of who was in power, how the the influx of powers is crazy, right? How that all went, and obviously America kind of tailored onto that. Like, I mean, look at your
justice system. There's a lot of things.
Everything. Well, look at your emblem. The American emblem is basically the eagle, that's Roman Empire, right? Mm-hmm. But you look at that. So what I'm saying is, like, imagine being in the Roman times, living in Rome, and not learning about its history. It's got to be dumb. So let's just say this is now the most powerful country in the world. I'm living in here. Why the hell am I not learning about its history? It's tangible. Like, I can still go down to Washington, touch all the monuments, go to see the White House. Like, everything is here. It's not like 500 years from now or 1,000 years from now. Let's say powers have shifted.
Yeah, we're only 3 people's old. 3 people's lives is how old this country is.
So why aren't we learning about this? Especially me as a history buff, I think this is I can actually read about it, learn about it, and live it. Yeah. So anyway, again, long story short, so I'm reading all these books. This book I just read, I'm reading now. It's the Constitution, the writings of the Founding Fathers, which is amazing. So listen to what I forgot which founding father wrote this out, but again, this is going to be a long-winded one, but. Let's see here. I want to just read this, but look how smart, like how intelligent, like.
Yeah, these dudes were brilliant.
They're smart. This is people like, you're like, that guy is going to do a better job than me. You're not standing in the background in the courthouse saying, or in the Senate house saying, I can do a better job than that guy. You're like, that guy's going to do a better job. Today, it's like, you see AOC and these crazy libs, it's like, oh my gosh, are we joking?
It's scary.
This is like, clearly someone put them there for a clear reason because they're dumb. You're not going to. Is that too much? I think it's pretty accurate, right?
No, you're 100% accurate.
Okay, here. So look at this. Like, you can cut through this, but Okay, so this is a part. Okay, so imagine this guy's he's in a courthouse. They're basically trying to get a free constitution. They're trying to be free and try to break from Britain's reign and taxation. This is 1770, so this is before the Declaration of Independence. But so this is part of his argument here, and he mentions Rome. It says, it was this noble attachment to a free constitution which raised ancient Rome from its smallest beginnings to that bright summit of happiness and glory to which she arrived. And it was the loss of this which plunged her from the summit into the black gulf of infamy and slavery. It was this attachment which inspired her senators with wisdom. It was this which glowed in the breast. Can you say that in today's market? Breast of her heroes. It was. Think about America. This is like, you know. Yeah. Hey guys, hey, thanks for watching. This is obviously, we got a little carried away with a little bit of history, but again, I think when you're invested in a place like Florida, you need to understand also what it stands for, and what it stands for is obviously going to protect your investments in the future. That's what's really important. So that's it. We'll catch you in the next one.
All right. See ya.